Good evening and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your host this evening. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Get yourself signed up for the game by coming to this website. That is quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. When you get there, you're going to notice we want to know who you are. Enter in a team name. It can be anything. If you're in the league, we kindly ask that you use the same name from week to week with slight variation. We welcome that. If you're new to the game or looking to switch things up, enter in any sort of name that you might want, followed by an email address, and then let us know whether you're in the league or just playing casually here tonight. Either way, we welcome you to join us. This evening, we're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 3 topics are question and answer style rounds, and the fourth and final theme of the evening is going to be a picture round. So clearly that means the majority of our game here tonight is made up of those question and answer rounds. Let me tell you how it's going to work. I will ask you a question out loud. When I ask that question, it will pop up in text directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, which means you'll be able to see the questions as I ask them. Some of your questions may have multiple choice options, but you're going to find that the vast majority, if not all, of the questions this evening are short answer in their structure. Your job as a trivia player then is to enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and then to click the button that says submit answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yes, you will find there's a countdown timer that accompanies each of the 10 questions in these first 3 rounds of the game. Keep an eye out for it and just make sure you always click submit before it's too late. Let's imagine a couple of scenarios that might happen to you during the game here tonight. Let's say you've entered in a response and there's a spelling error. That's not a huge deal. I am able to see what you've written, and I'll do my very best to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. In another scenario, let's say you've entered in a response and you realize it's not right, but you maybe know what the correct answer is. Feel free to update your response as many times as you would like. Just make sure that you click submit answers with your final answer before the countdown timer expires. If you're just joining us, hi, welcome. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your trivia host this evening. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday evening with me, with us, with this fabulous virtual trivia community we have created. It's nice to have you. If you're not signed up already, this is the website to come to get your virtual answer sheet. That is quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Enter in a team name followed by an email address. Let us know, are you in the league? League teams, hi, welcome back. Let's check in, see how it's going so far in season 65. After 4 weeks of this season, we have a tie for the top spot between 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. And we drink and we know things. Nearly perfect scores for these first 4 games. Well played. If you want to see a full update of the standings for the season, head on over to nyctrivialeague.com/standings to find out what is happening. Not in the league, never too late to sign up. Simply click that thing in the drop-down menu on your sign-up page that says you're in the league, and then suddenly we will keep track of your scores each time that you play with us. Back to the structure of our game here tonight. So we get through those first 3 question and answer rounds, and then we're going to conclude the game with a picture round. The picture round is structured differently than our first 3 categories of the evening, so stay tuned for more information about that. We won't get to it for a while. I will explain to you in detail when we get to that point of the evening. If you're just joining us, come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com to get signed up for the game. Before we dive into our first round of the night, I give 2 rules for our game. Rule number 1, the most important rule of trivia: there is no cheating in this game. Please do not look the answers up. Rule number 2, do not give away the answers in the chat. Love hearing from you all in the chat. Feel free to keep that conversation flowing over there. Just kindly refrain from spoiling things for others. And with that, we're going to dive into our first round of the night. This is your last opportunity to get signed up before the game has begun. So come on down to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com and you will be joining these 31 fabulous trivia teams from New York City and around the world. Our first team to get signed up tonight, welcome to Moral Support, down to our most recent team to join us, the Mountain Man. Welcome to those two teams and every team in between. Let's get into it. Round 1 tonight is in the topic of Be My Valentine. In this category, each correct answer will be a person whose first and or last name starts with the letter V. Let's do it. Question number 1. What Italian fashion designer, known for his luxurious evening wear, passed away at the age of 93 on January 19th, 2026? The fashion designer who passed away recently is none other than Valentino. Your correct response for number 1. 69% of you got it right. Question number 2. What U.S. Olympian plans to compete at the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina despite having recently ruptured her ACL in a crash at a World Cup downhill skiing race? That U.S. Olympian, it's Lindsey Vonn. Lindsey Vonn ruptured her ACL. That sounds painful, and gosh, I cannot imagine skiing in the Olympics like a week later. Good luck to her. Question 3. At the 68th Grammy Awards in 2026, Cher caused some confusion when she announced that Record of the Year went to what R&B artist who died in 2005 rather than Kendrick Lamar and SZA? The song by Kendrick Lamar and SZA, a tribute to the artist who Cher confused them for. It's Luther Vandross. Luther is the name of the song. And in fact, the song does sample a Luther Vandross song, If This World Were Mine. So not totally wrong, Cher. Funny moment. Question 4. What Canadian filmmaker who directed the movies Arrival and Sicario is attached to direct the upcoming 26th James Bond film? Perhaps you know him best as the director of Dune. It's Denis Villeneuve, your correct answer for number 4. Let's see how you did. 64% coming in with a correct response there. But who will be James Bond? Anyone want to wager a guess or dream casting in the chat? Would love to hear. Question 5. In 2015, who received the Guinness World Record as the most frequent clapper? At the time, she was estimated to have clapped over 3 million times on 32 seasons of a TV game show. Most frequent clapper. A Guinness World Record invented for Vanna White. Your correct response for number 5. Question number 6 in this Be My Valentine themed round. A V will be either the first and or last name starter of your answer in this round. Here's number 6. What Hall of Fame basketball player was in the NBA for 22 seasons, the second most seasons of any player in history behind only LeBron James? I love your wrong answers when you're like, what's a name that starts with a V? Not Vilt Chamberlain rather, nor is it Darth Vader or Michael Vorden. But your correct answer is Vince Carter. 59% got it right. Question 7. The 1952 dystopian novel Player Piano, about automation putting people out of work, was the first published book by what author? Inspired by his time working at General Electric, player piano, written by Kurt Vonnegut. Your correct response for number 7, Vonnegut. Question number 8. Many cast members from the Lord of the Rings film trilogy are returning in the upcoming prequel, The Hunt for Gollum. However, which actor who played Aragorn is being recast? This movie is set between the action of The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy, so it makes sense that someone who maybe is older and is not playing a wizard with a long beard may need to be recast. It's Viggo Mortensen, who is not going to be playing Aragorn. Question number 9. The series of violin concertos, The Four Seasons, is the best known work of what Italian composer? This is such a good point. I'm concerned they're going to do a lot of like de-aging technology, which isn't quite there yet, in my opinion. Uncanny Valley vibes. But as far as I know, a lot of people are returning. It's being directed by Andy Serkis. Let's check out our answer for number 9. That composer is Vivaldi, Antonio Vivaldi. And we've got one more question in round 1. Here it is, number 10. What British hairstylist who popularized a close cut hairstyle dubbed the 5-point cut opened a worldwide chain of salons and launched a line of hair care products in the 1970s? The British hairstylist who did the 5-point cut. It's Vidal Sassoon, your correct response for number 10. That does bring us to the end of our first round of the night. Let's see how it's going so far. I hope well. We've got 34 teams here checking in with our top teams right now. We've got a tie in 7th place. So many teams only missed one. Let's see. 9 out of a possible 10 points. The Mountain Man, Fancy Buttholes, Kathleen Turner, Overdrive. Is that a Z shirt? Why not Zoidberg? The Punxsutawneyist Nando, Swearwolves, Barf, and Team 578. And tied for the lead with perfect scores so far, 10 for 10. 6 more weeks of gravy. We Drink and We Know Things 12 and 69. The Helsinki Syndrome, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and Team 578. Great first round. So much quiz left to go. Before we get to round number 2, did you know We host private events. If you're looking for a way to celebrate an upcoming gathering, be it a birthday party, baby shower, or maybe an office get together, consider bringing us in. We do in person events, virtual events. We can customize the game to your particular interests. Reach out to me, Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com, and we will get it going. Round two is in the category of moths and butterflies. Lepidoptera, if you will. Round two, question number one. What lime green species of moth gets its common name from the Roman goddess of the moon? Beautiful moth. It's a Luna moth. Luna is the Roman goddess of the moon. Question two. What herbaceous flowering plant with a lactic name is the primary food source for monarch butterflies and is typically the host for their larvae? The primary food source and place where they lay their eggs. It's milkweed. Your correct response for number two. Milkweed. 85% got it right. Question number three. What web portal that is also a collection of internet services and apps introduced a multicolored butterfly into their logo in 2000? The web portal, collection of internet services and apps. It's all kinds of things now. They got that butterfly. It's MSN. Your correct response, MSN. Question four. Dos Oruguitas, an Oscar nominated song about two caterpillars falling in love, plays in a flashback showing Abuela Alma Madrigal's past in what 2021 animated film? They should have nominated We Don't Talk About Bruno from this movie, but instead went with this beautiful but not as catchy song from Encanto is the correct answer for number 4. Question number 5. True or false? There are more species of moths than butterflies. Butterflies, there are roughly 17,500 species. Moths, there are some 160,000 species. It is true, there are a heck of a lot more moths than there are butterflies. Question 6. Thysania agrippina is a species of moth that is one of the world's largest insects. It is more commonly referred to by what alliterative two-word name, like the character Jadis in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Thysania agrippina, like Jadis in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, is called the White Witch. Your correct response for number 6, White Witch moth. They're pretty and big and white, as you might expect. Question 7. What Scandinavian electronic music supergroup, abbreviated SHM, collaborated with The Weeknd on the 2021 song Moth to a Flame? Shout out to the team who said shaking head my. Your correct answer is Swedish House Mafia. Little tougher, but well done. That 51% of you got it right. We've got 3 more questions in this moths and butterflies themed round. Here's number 8. What 1988 novel by Thomas Harris surrounds the case of a serial killer who puts the pupa of a death's head moth into the mouths of his victims? That happens to be what Buffalo Bill James Gum was up to in The Silence of the Lambs is your correct response for number 8. Question number 9. What 8 words precede "the hands can't hit what his eyes can't see" in a famous rhyming quote from Muhammad Ali? That famous Muhammad Ali quote begins: "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. The hands can't hit what the eyes can't see." Well done. Almost a social, not quite. Our final question of round 2. Coming to theaters in March 2026 is what movie from Pixar Animation Studios featuring an animal council that includes an insect queen who is a highly respected and feared butterfly? This one happened to be my hint of the night. If you follow me on Instagram at Trivia Meredith, you would have seen that at some point this evening, the movie called Hoppers would be coming up. Upcoming Pixar movie. Do follow me. I'll help you out with a question next week for our quiz. Our next game coming up 1 week from today. In fact, you can find us back here on Wednesday, February 11th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. That's quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Follow me on Instagram. I assure you, I'll help you out with one that I think is perhaps a little tough. This movie Hoppers looks cute and has an amazing voice cast with folks like Bobby Moynihan, and voicing this insect queen butterfly is none other than our theme for this season. You have just been
Hello, please bore someone else with your questions. That's all.
Streeped. Meryl Streep playing a butterfly in this movie Hoppers. Looking forward to it, Meryl. That does bring us to the halfway point of our quiz here tonight. Let's check in with our top team, see how it's going. Right now, tie in 10th with 18 between Why Not Zoidberg and Swearwolves. Tied in 5th with 19, The Mountain Man. 6 more weeks of gravy, Barf, Team 578 and Team 578. And tied for the lead with perfect scores, 20 for 20. We Drink and We Know Things, 12 and 69. The Helsinki Syndrome, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. 2 categories left in tonight's game. Round number 3 is in the topic of nice abs. In this round, each correct answer will feature the letters A, B consecutively. Here's number 1. After making his feature-length directorial debut with the 1994 movie Reality Bites, Ben Stiller directed what 1996 dark comedy starring Matthew Broderick and Jim Carrey, who had the titular occupation? Your correct answer for number 1, that movie is The Cable Guy. A weird one, The Cable Guy. Team 578, I almost worked her into the game here tonight, but it didn't end up happening. But gosh, pour one out. And also, let's go ahead and bring up our theme from seasons ago, the wonderful, Catherine O'Hara. We love her. What a bummer. All right, question 2. Let's do it. What Netflix animated children's show is about a young girl and her adventures with her cat friends, which include Grandpa Cat Rat, Cakey, and DJ Catnip? That Netflix show that recently became a movie featuring Kristen Wiig, it is called Gabby's Dollhouse. And of course, it's all about cats. So let's bring up this theme from a couple seasons ago. Question number 3. Featuring the single That's So True, the 2024 album The Secret of Us was by what singer, who is set to star in an upcoming movie directed not by her father, but by baby girl director Helena Rain? Daughter of J.J. Abrams, it's Gracie Abrams, who's making her feature film acting debut. Question 4. Considered one of the most talented recruiting classes in history, Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Jawan Howard, Jimmy King, and Ray Jackson were freshmen on the 1991 University of Michigan's basketball team that were famously known by what collective nickname? The AB in this answer popping up in Fab 5 is your answer there. The Fab 5. 78% got it right. Question number 5 in this nice abs round. Harry Engstrom, the main character in a series of books written by John Updike starting in 1960, is referred to by what nickname that he got as a star basketball player in high school? Harry Engstrom, also known as Rabbit, as in the book Rabbit Run and the many other books in that series. Question number 6. Though it has at least 1 million fewer people than Dubai, what second largest city in the United Arab Emirates serves as the capital of the country? The capital of the UAE, though not the most populous city, is Abu Dhabi. Question number 7 in this AB themed round. The Jewish holiday of Hanukkah commemorates the revolt of what group of Jewish rebel warriors against the Seleucid Empire, where they dedicated a temple by lighting a menorah with only enough oil for one night, but somehow lasted for 8 nights? The group of Jewish rebel warriors are known as the Maccabees. Your correct response there for number 7, Maccabees. 3 more questions in round number 3. Here is number 8. Founded in 1936 by researchers at Caltech, the California Research Facility JPL, known for designing and constructing robotic spacecraft, has what full 3-word name? The JPL more formally known as the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Question number 9. Originating in the 1600s, what form of Japanese theater is known for its mixture of dance and performance, along with its elaborate costumes and makeup? That Japanese form of theater is kabuki. You did quite well on that one with 83% getting it right. And we are on to our final question of round 3. Similar to a niqab that only exposes the eyes, what type of cloth covering worn by some Muslim women is worn on the head but allows much of the face to be exposed? With a niqab, only the eyes are exposed, while with a hijab, the whole face can be seen. 86% got it right. That does bring us to the end of round number 3. We've got one category left in tonight's game. Checking in with our top teams as we head into this final round. Right now, tied in 8th with 28, 6 more weeks of gravy and the Helsinki syndrome. Tied in 4th with 29, the Mountain Man Barf, Team 578 and Team 578. And tied for the lead with perfect scores, 30 for 30. We Drink and We Know Things 12 and 69, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. It all comes down to this final topic of the night, the picture round, which is in the category of soup brands. It's a soup kind of day. And in this round, you will see 10 cans of soup, but the name of its brand has been erased from the can. Your goal here is to identify each soup brand for 1 point apiece. Make sure you put your responses in the correct order. Next to each can of soup, you'll find a number from 1 through 10, and underneath those 10 numbered cans are 10 numbered blanks. Enter in that brand on the corresponding numbered blank. You've got 5 minutes to work on this round. I'll check in at the halfway point, make sure things are going smoothly for you all. And then make sure you submit your responses at the end of those 5 minutes. We'll find out how you did and move on to our tiebreaker question to close out tonight's game. Let's do it, everybody. Please name these 10 brands of We're at the halfway point here. Hope you're doing better than you thought. I only know 2 soup brands. Well, hopefully you can identify some others in the mix. You know more than you thought you did. 2 minutes and 30 seconds down and 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. We'll find out how you did. Don't forget to submit your responses, and we'll get that tiebreaker question in at the end of this. Good luck, everyone. It's about that time. If you haven't done so already, please make sure that you click submit answers. Countdown timer heading your way momentarily. I've got some answers for you all from this soup themed category. Image number 1. For the first time this game, every single team who submitted got it right. It's Campbell's. Image number 2 is Rouse. Number 3 is Progresso. Number 4, we've got Wolfgang Puck. Image number 5, that is Amy's. Image number 6, this one is Heinz. Number 7 is Annie's. Number 8, Panera. Number 9 is Health Valley. And image number 10 is Pacific Foods. I do think you knew more than 2 of these soup brands. Let's find out. The hardest one of this round, with just 19% getting it right, was Pacific Foods. Wow, we already know everybody got Campbell's correct. That does bring us to the end of tonight's quiz. We've got that tiebreaker question to close out the game. As always, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer. And your goal as you place your response to that tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number. So that means, of course, you can guess over the number. You could also guess under the number. In the event that you end up as part of a tie here tonight, whoever's closest is going to break that tie. Here's your question. As of December 2025, how many Panera Bread locations are there in the United States? I missed those of you who put Pacific. You should all have points now for Pacific for the soup round. If you do end up as part of a tie here this evening and you want to find out what happened with these tiebreakers, head on over to Instagram and check us out at NYC Trivia League. And you can find out what happened with this tiebreaker question here this evening. Reminder, folks, we will return 1 week from today. You can find us back here on Wednesday, February 11th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Quiz.nyctrivialeague.com is the place to be. Let's see how you did. As of December 2025, how many Panera Bread locations are there in the United States? Your correct answer is 2,225 Panera locations. And that brings us officially to the end of this evening's quiz. Let's find out how you did and head on over to the winner's circle, finishing up this evening's game in a tie for 15th place with 33 points. Congratulations go to Kathleen Turner Overdrive and Team Cockroach, tied in 12th with 34. Why Not Zoidberg Werewolves and the Teutonic Titwillows, tied in 9th with 35. The Mountain Man, Is That a Z Shirt? And the Punxsutawneyist Nando in 8th with 37 points. We have the Helsinki Syndrome, tied in 5th with 38. 6 more weeks of gravy, Team 578, Team 578, and Barf, and tied for the lead here tonight. 3 teams, perfect scores, 40 for 40. We Drink and We Know Things, 12. We Drink and We Know Things, 69. And 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you for playing tonight. I hope you had a great time. I've been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Hope to see you 1 week from today, February 11th, right back here. 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Thank you so much to Peter and the rest of the writing team for helping to put together tonight's soup-filled game. Thank you so much to Cullen for creating so much, for making this possible. Thank you to Murr and the Rizio team for putting this software together that you all played this game on here tonight. We'll see you soon, everybody. Be well, stay safe, stay healthy. See you soon.